Hi guys, this is Miss Hyde. This is going to be Stevenson Beginning Green Lesson 15. Students will connect the sound and symbol of the letter W, discriminate the sound of the letters in words, and print the letter with correct orientation. Students will use the letter W in words with the peanut butter and jelly vowel patterns. Students will apply mnemonic clue to help them decode the words would and could. Students will correctly form the capital letter W and C. Students will review all homonym pairs and begin to connect visual clues to the homonyms week and week. Okay, this will be part one, the letter W and some words with W. Okay, so as always, we're going to start with a little warm up. These are 3 words that we have read in the past. So we're going to skip the look at the whole word step because we've already seen these words. So let's look for the friends. Do we see the friends? Yes, we see the friends EA, right? Okay, so EA says E. So this word is B-E-D, bead. Remember, beads are those little things that you put on necklaces or bracelets. Is a bead. Okay, the next word is, look at our friends. Our friends say AI. So this one is B-A-L, bail. Remember, bail means to take out. Okay, so if you bail water, you're taking water out. Okay, so bail means out. All right, the next one is, let's start with looking at the first letter though. What is that letter? Is that letter a B or a D? Remember that if you see the stick first, we're supposed to imagine the B there. So this is a letter B. If we see the round part first, we envision a circle with our that represents our throat that says D, D, D. So this is actually a B. So the B says B, B, O, T, boat. We can bail a boat. A boat floats on the water, can hold people or something in it. All right, let's jump into our new letter. This new letter is a double U. The word double means two. This new letter is 2 U's stuck together, so we will call it W. W is the name of the letter, not the sound. This letter, W, makes the sound you hear at the beginning of the word walrus. This is a picture of Wally the walrus. Do you see the W in Wally's mouth? Yes. Can you make the first sound you hear in the word walrus? W. Very good. Okay, some people will find the sound of W very difficult to make. The W sound is not a natural sound that some people make. Some people find it very, very easy. Some people find it kind of difficult. If you find making the W sound difficult, I want you to click on Wally the Walrus, and there's a video that kind of helps you work through that W sound. Okay? You'll just click on the walrus and he'll take you to the video. All right, so what is this a picture of? A walrus, very good. What is the first sound you hear in the word walrus? W, good. And what sound does this letter make? W, very good. All right, so we are going to do our phonemic exercises. We're going to listen for that W sound. So, number 1, we're listening for the W sound. So this is just yes or no. Do you hear the W sound in wagon? Water. Nail. Voice. wife, sky, wise, walk. Okay, so double check what you thought. Here are words. You'll see some of them have the W in them, some of them do not have the W in them. All right, so the next part is we're going to see where do we hear the W sound, at the beginning, middle, or end of the word, or you may not hear it at all. So where do you hear W in wing? Where do you hear W in wonder? Useful. Await. That one's a little difficult. Listen again. Await. Weak. Beware. Want. And aware. Okay, so let's look at the letters, or the words, sorry. As you can see, most of the words had the W sound in it. Some of them didn't. Did you pick the right space? Was it at the beginning, in the middle, or at the end? None of these words had the W sound at the end, so hopefully you didn't say end. Okay, so you need to get Appendix B out. Go to line 28. We're going to talk about how to print the letter W. Okay, we are now going to print the letter that makes the W sound. It is like to use. Put your pencils on the ceiling line and push up to the floor. That's down to the floor. That was a misprint. Okay, drag your pencil on the floor and go straight back up to the ceiling line again. So you start at the ceiling, go down to the floor, drag it across the floor, and go back up the ceiling. Then you're going to keep your pencil on the paper. You're going to come back down again, drag it across the floor, and back up to the ceiling again. Okay, this is the letter W. So if you have Appendix B, I want you to trace the W here, write 5 W's here, trace the W again. Okay, if you don't have Appendix B in front of you, get a piece of notebook paper. Okay. All right, we are going to practice spelling some W words, some W words. There's only going to be 4 of them. So when you're ready, we're going to start with number 1. The first word is wait. Wait. Remember that you should be listening very closely to those sounds. W, A, T, wait. Number 2 is weep. W, E, P, weep. Number 3 is wail. W, A, ol, wail. Remember that wail means to cry very loudly. Okay, the last one is weed. W, E, D, weed. All right, so your reading activity for part 1 is you're going to read section A on page 47. I need you to read this out loud, please, to your learning partner, not to yourself. You're needing to read it to a partner. If we're in class, we're going to read it as a class. If you're at home, you need to find somebody to read this to. Okay, your activity is you're going to practice writing your W's. Hopefully you have the worksheet. You're going to trace all of the W's in the walruses, trace these W's, and then you're going to write 8 W's at the bottom. If you don't have the worksheet, you're going to get a piece of notebook paper and you're going to get with your learning partner and practice writing your W's. Okay, your next activity, this one's a little fun. What you're going to do is you're going to take these circles. Okay, let's look at weed. Weed is gray, so we would take the circle gray. We're going to click on it, copy it, or you can push Control C. So copy and then paste. Then we're going to bring it over here. We're going to find the word weed and we're going to put it on top of the weed, just like that. Okay, to make it smaller for the smaller ones down here, you just click on it to where it's got these four little, or these boxes. Click on the box and you can just make it smaller. Okay, and then you can bring it down here to weed. Stick it in there and you can just make it as big or as small as you need it. Okay, so that's what you're going to do for this page. Of course, if you have the worksheet with you, you can just color it. Okay, so that is the end of lesson 15, part 1.